Hello, agency owners, and welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Masters podcast. Today, we're featuring RJ Huebert, the powerhouse behind HBT Digital Consulting. RJ's not just a certified Google's expert, he's also a digital marketing enthusiast who honed his skills across industries like healthcare, banking, and education. Off the clock, he's a long distance runner, a guitar enthusiast, a Pittsburgh sports fan, and a family man with two adorable dogs. So buckle up for a fun chat about all things marketing and beyond with RJ. Welcome. Glad to have you
Hey,
on.
what's up, David? I'm so happy to be here. You're killing it, in the game. So I'm happy to spend some time with you.
Thank you. You too. So for the audience, can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into the agency business?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was always on the corporate side of things, in the marketing department, but working for companies that were for profit and spent a lot of time and money on lead generation. So I really learned my craft at this Tampa for-profit education school called Ultimate Medical Academy. They wanted to get in nursing students, phlebotomy techs, x-ray techs, and it was heavy on the lead gen side, tracking, and then flipping that lead to the sales team who would try to enroll the students. So my background, I went corporate, but then to various industries, and then, kick things off with my own thing.
Okay. And then I guess what motivated you to start your own agency?
So my last, I guess I'll call it corporate job, I was working for a worldwide market research firm, and I was essentially building someone else's business. I was doing all the marketing, all the digital marketing, all of the lead gen efforts, and also business development. He wanted all these different roles wrapped up in one thing. And I was building his business, doing quote unquote everything. So I was like, I have some consulting clients on the side. I was doing some Google ads for other businesses and building some websites, which is not my forte by any means. And I took the leap of faith in 2019. I was tired of building someone else's business.
Wow. It's like right before COVID, right?
It was a very interesting time. Thank God my wife had, her job. She's been a very supportive wife, but that was something. I actually tell people I'm happy that I had launched, prior to COVID, because I had some momentum. I had some clients, and actually my business grew every year, since launching the agency, and COVID didn't really affect me. If anything, we grew during COVID.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've heard from other agency owners that during COVID, their clients, especially when the lockdown officially happened, right? It was like March 2020, that like, okay, stop the ad spend, stop this, stop that, right? Did you experience the same thing, or what was that like during that time?
We went harder. While people were kind of pulling back, we saw an opportunity to kind of jump in and maybe get a lower cost per click or cost per lead, just due to maybe less people in the space, and less competition.
Okay, awesome. Now, particular, do you remember like certain types of industries that you were doubling down on for?
Yeah, so I think at the time, one of my bigger clients, it was a credit union out in California, and we doubled down. So this was prior to like the interest rates rising and everything, but like doubled down on like mortgage advertising, even automotive and refi, car refis. But doubled down on that. Law firms were always spending, so I've had law firm clients forever. They were always spending, always trying to get new cases. Same with HVAC and plumbing. I have a couple of those clients, and they were, kept spending.
Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Especially with the the mortgage one, because during that time, everyone's like, okay, lockdown, going remote, right? We want a house, we want to move away from the big city, and
it was an interesting time because there was a lot of FOMO too, because houses were going quick, multiple offers, prices were skyrocketing, people wanted to get in. So actually, that was a pretty good time to be in the mortgage advertising business.
Yeah. So like right time, right.
Exactly. Yep. And then everything came crashing down.
Hey, I mean that's business, right? You just got these waves.
That's an interesting thing about being an agency owner too. It's like, sure, one client may be experiencing issues in their industry and their vertical, but we service, I mean, HBT, but also probably DSM, various industries. And, while one may reduce spend, another is definitely picking up. Another group may be wanting to jump into advertising. So you just got to be ready to capture all of that.
Yeah. Like, so there's like a mix, thoughts in that, especially in the beginning. What would you say in the beginning for someone starting an agency? Should they try to do kind of like a net, and catch different industries or approach different industries for their service? Or would you say start with one that you really know and then go from there?
Yeah. So the thing everyone is saying now, you got to niche down, niche, because it's easier to speak to a particular audience rather than, hey, business owners, which could be everybody selling the $5 bracelet all the way to people selling yachts. It's just it's so broad. Niche down. I'm actually reading a great book right now. Maybe you've heard of it.
I just re-listened to it. Yeah, I have the book. I listened to it again, and he's coming out with another one. I think it was like in August next month, right? Yeah, he's coming out with
so his whole thing is niche down and create a great offer for your audience. He calls it the Grand Slam offer. So my advice, you're starting out, I would find a niche, but also what are you the best at? So when I launched my agency, I tried to do any digital marketing service under the sun just to kind of get that revenue going, get that client logo on the site, get a testimonial. But what we were great at, and what you'll find as you kind of go along, is what are you the best at? What do you excel at? And for us, it's online advertising, specifically Google Ads, the PPC management side of things, but also social media advertising.
Love it. Yeah. So now, what were some of the challenges when you started? I mean, going through COVID. Well, it sounds like COVID wasn't even a challenge for you. So what were the challenges for you?
It was a challenge living in a house with a wife and dogs, and you can't escape anything.
Yes,
that was a challenge. But no, you're gonna have, challenges left and right. Even bookkeeping, keeping track of your expenses. Always biz dev. No matter what. If you're hot with clients now, keep calling people, keep reaching out, keep telling people about your business, because it's very rare that people are going to promote you. So if you're not promoting yourself all the time, all day, every day, and it's not perfect. People aren't perfect. It's still a work in progress. You're not going to be perfect day 1, day 3, year 4. It's still going to be a trial.
Yeah, exactly. And Alex Hormozi says it like, if you aren't growing, you're dying. Right. It's just that's kind of like that mentality, which is pretty true. Like with all the changes going on, and the new tech coming out, right, and changes in Google, if you don't keep up, we're gonna fall behind.
This is not an original thought to myself, but it's a thought where it's like, okay, you launch a blog, you launch a podcast, you launch your video on YouTube, and say you only get 5 views or 5 people attending your webinar. It's not, oh man, I only had 5 people, I suck. It's more of a, wow, 5 people now know about me and my message and what I'm doing, and they can start being evangelists. It's Seth Godin talks about this is like 1,000 true fans. You don't need 1 million people necessarily to make it, to quote unquote succeed. If you have 1,000 true fans who will be your evangelists, who will buy from you, who will share your stuff, that's enough. That's enough to make a career.
I hear you. Yeah, exactly. What would you say let's move into the present day, right? What would you say some of the biggest challenges are you're facing as an agency?
To be honest, I'm up to my neck and I might be drowning in some water right now. So I am still a team of one. I do work with some freelancers here and there, but there's no full-time employees. So I'm actively trying to hire.
Okay.
And so that's taking a lot of time, be it interviewing all these people who most suck and trying to get a few like really great people for a
Yeah.
second interview and then hire. So that's what I'm dealing with now, is trying to hire and bring somebody on, creating the employee handbook, which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And just that kind of stuff while managing current clients
Yeah.
and doing biz dev. And as you agency owners know, things start to kind of gain momentum. So year 4, I mean, more people are coming to HBT Digital. My clients are increasing. Even the quality of prospects, I mean, it's just insane. Like the proposals that are out now that I'm waiting for a signature on, I mean, it's going to transform the business. So I just got to hire and get somebody in here.
Yeah. So the concern is like, oh man, when they sign, do I have the bandwidth, right, to do it?
You know, so something to think about is sometimes you don't want to take everybody, right?
Oh,
You want the ideal, the best person, the best client, you know, that you can show results for, because ultimately that's why they're going to keep you, keep working with you. You want to show results. And now I'm at the point where it's like, I almost physically can't take any more work because of my limited staff. It's just, it is what it is. So I might put like a gated thing up, like, look, join the waiting list to be considered to be a client.
Yeah,
and it's not
actually a really good thing. Yeah,
and it's not bullshit because I just don't have the staff. It's not like, oh, I want to be fancy. It's like I don't have the staff. I legitimately can't take you on. But that has a reverse effect, because now people are going to be like, damn, he's I want to work with this guy. I want to work with this agency.
They want what they can't have.
Exactly. And so now I'm going to have to double prices, you know, charge more because it's limited. You know,
Exactly.
Not everyone can have it.
Supply and demand. And you know, and even if you, let's say you find like 5 new hires, right, today, well, it's gonna take at least a month or 2 to really onboard them, getting them fit into the culture, understanding your processes and stuff like that, right? And so it sounds like a really good plan. Limit your intake and then slowly grow, because I've seen businesses fail because they try to grow too fast, because things just start like, it's like wheels start falling off, you know, as they're trying to go faster and faster.
And you want to deliver a great client experience. And most importantly for everyone listening, results. That's why we're in this game. So focus on that. If results start slipping, if client communication starts slipping, if you're not available and responding, they will take that business elsewhere. Because there's 1,000 of us, 1,000 of RJs, 1,000 Davids out there. And the reason people work with us is because, you know, we deliver.
I 100% agree with you on that. I made the same mistake. I wish I started this sooner. I wish I kept track of all my metrics, followed up with the clients and said, hey, every site launch, follow up in 30 days, follow up in 60 and 90 days. Like, how did the website help you, right? What are some of the metrics, right? And if I had that data, so much more valuable.
I think it's also when you're staying in, this is like on the account management side, but if you're staying in recent touch with these clients, there's upsell opportunities. For example, in the website space, I worked with a firm to help get my site up, Make Create Design. They're awesome. But now I'm thinking about all these other pages I want to create and content, and I don't want to do it. I want them to do it. So if you're checking in with your clients, you can be like, hey, are there new things that you might be considering? And it might be a reason to upsell or sell new services.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. And thank you so much for sharing that valuable info. Let's see, what has been like some of the best strategies for attracting and retaining clients for you?
For me personally, partnerships. It's partnering with guys like David and my boys at Oyster Creative in Pittsburgh. You know, they are more PR, social, organic, email. And so when they need paid media support, they hit up me because they know I can deliver. So I have a few of those different partners out there who focus on products and services that they don't offer, but I offer. And it's like they work with me to deliver. I work with them to deliver if my clients need something else. So for me personally, 90 to 95% of my business at this time comes from partnerships and referrals from current clients. And the other 5% is me, you know, just working prospects, working lists, you know, LinkedIn, just grinding. It's part of the game, man. You got to keep grinding.
Gotta keep moving. Now let's shift gears a little bit and kind of look into the future. of agencies. Now, what trends are you seeing in the agency world right now?
The niche. I'm seeing it everywhere, niching down. And it's smart. And I mean, right now, HBT Digital, we don't necessarily have a niche on our verticals. I was considering my niche to be like online advertising, but that's more, the service side of things. So that's what I'm seeing is just being hyper focused on one niche and one, maybe service or one, maybe a few different products. But like the thing is, you can't be great at everything. Maybe these larger agencies, when they hire subject matter experts, maybe they can be great in many different things. But I think for most agencies, at least the small to mid-size, I mean, you really got to focus.
Yeah, and even then, like the larger agencies, the way I see it is like they technically do have a niche. They like the large agencies, they might be working with Fortune 1000 brands, right? And that just so happens that's their specialty, right? That's their niche. Like we work with enterprise clients. They have the expertise, they have the resources to handle that.
What do you think? What's the future of for us ad agency owners?
I think a crap ton of automation and AI. Okay, like AI is kind of like meh. I played around with ChatGPT, and I'm playing around with a ton of new AI tools out there. I know, like I've seen other agencies that have integrated AI with quickly like producing the initial copies of content to kind of speed things up. So I look at it as like a tool, right? Like a calculator or a hammer, right? It's not going to build the house for you, but it's a necessary tool to speed up your process, right? It's like, okay, why use a regular handheld saw when you can use a motorized chainsaw, right? And that's the difference. So using automation to so like for example, in your business, you wouldn't have to hire as many people if there's certain parts you can automate and certain content that can be quickly produced. So that's how I see it in the future. And then of course with constant Google changes, like Google is coming out with their, well, technically it's already out, Bard, right? So SEO, the SEO world's going to change a bit. It's not going to go away. So those are some of my thoughts. What do you think?
I think it's a great time. Even if you're getting into the agency game now, every business needs our marketing services, every single one. Now, the price point, whatever somebody can afford, it differs, but every business needs it. Every business needs online advertising. Yes, there are 8 million online advertising firms, and that's okay because there is legitimately enough business for everybody. We're all hungry. We all want more revenue, but there is enough out there for everyone, I think. Especially if you stick around long enough, because then you start really having those case studies. They see longevity. They see you've been in the game, and it just helps out even more. So just stick around. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And okay, so let's. What is one piece of advice you wish you had when you were starting out?
That's a great question. Network. Keep talking to everybody and getting new partnerships. Just work that angle, because if you can resonate with somebody and then they're out thinking, maybe they can help you in some capacity. So my words of advice would be like, just hook up with awesome partners.
I 100% agree with you. I wish I started day one. Rather than when I first started, I thought I was going to be that full service agency that did everything under the sun. Terrible idea. Should have niched down right away and just find all these amazing partners that support and complement the services that I offer. And it ends up being a win-win-win for everyone.
That's right.
And it's all about just delivering value and results, right? Value and results, getting those pieces out there, and then your business will naturally grow.
Yeah, and don't overpromise and underdeliver. Just stay true to what you promise, and just you'll be fine.
Actually, I think you and I follow Alex Hormozi. He even says that this way: just meet expectations, just deliver what you say, and you're going to be like 80% of other businesses in general, right? Like there's so many it's crazy. There's so many businesses, they can't even deliver on what they say they can deliver. We're not asking like, oh yeah, do 110% or outperform what you say, or just, you know, blow their mind. Just do what you say you're gonna do, and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are some? I think we've already touched on this, but what are some of the common mistakes you see new agency owners making?
So sometimes I see new people pop up in a new quote unquote agency. They don't have reviews, they don't have case studies, they don't have testimonials on their site. That's going to help you get to the next level if you can provide case studies, testimonials, and reviews. So my recommendation would be start trying to crank out a case study, even if it's in your mind, it's not this super wow thing. As long as you can show some results and show the effort you did in taking somebody from A to B, put it out there, promote it, try to get testimonials and reviews. Like, you know, when I was first starting out, I didn't have many testimonials or reviews. So I would hit up even people I did consulting for maybe before the agency. I'm like, hey, listen, can you just give me a testimonial or a review just so I can start building that up? So that would be my recommendation.
Awesome. Great advice. All right, so I'm going to move on to our rapid fire questions. Okay, so just throw out a question, just whatever pops up in your head. All right.
Okay.
Ready? All right, here we go. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Let my dogs out.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Oh, book are you reading?
I'm reading this Alex Hormozi $100 Million Offers.
Biggest inspiration in the agency world?
Oof, that's a great question. I guess I'll throw it at top of mind that just came up was Gary Vee. Just the way he gets his name out there, and just it's not all sell. It's more of a here's a personal thing about myself, and I like that.
Yeah. One tool or software you can't run your agency without?
I'll call it QuickBooks.
Really? Okay. Favorite social media platform for business?
Instagram.
Let's see. What best advice you've ever received?
Do the work.
If you weren't running an agency, what would you be doing?
I'd be probably selling something.
Okay. Let's see. Best part about running an agency?
I guess it's creating your own schedule.
Love it. Well, that pretty much wraps up our episode. Any final thoughts or advice for our listeners?
Get started today. Launch your site, launch your agency, take the next step, and more than anything, do the work.
Love it. And then how can our listeners find you and get in touch with you?
Sure. Visit my website, hbtdigital.com. My social is just RJ_HBT. And on the business side, HBT Digital Consulting.
Awesome. Thank you. And for those that are listening in or are doing a run, don't worry. It's in the show notes down below. And again, RJ, thank you for being on the show and sharing your valuable insights and your thoughts and your journey with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you.